Hey everybody, it's me. Minecraft copper is sweet. It's a brand new ore type which people have wanted for years. It's also a crafting ingredient. You can use it to make cool things like the lightning rod. There are also so many different types of copper. There's cut copper, normal copper, block of raw copper ore, staircases, slabs. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Copper's main use is definitely going to be as a building block though, which is good. As soon as you place copper down, it's going to start aging. It'll slowly change color over time, which is crazy. There's literally nothing in the game like this block. The latest Minecraft snapshot changed copper again. In 21W17A, if you mine a block of copper ore, instead of getting one piece of raw copper, you're gonna get either 2 or 3 pieces of raw copper, which is pretty cool. Makes it a little bit easier to get, actually. At the same time, though, copper blocks got a little bit more expensive. To craft a copper block, you'll need 9 pieces of raw copper now. The easier a building block is to get, the better. Today, we're gonna run a test in the latest Minecraft snapshot to find out how easy it actually is to get copper. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. We're up to 14 subscribers now. It's sweet. Here's how today's experiment is going to work. We're going to go on a mining trip with one goal in mind, copper ore. To make the mining trip a little bit easier, I went ahead and gave myself some of the things that I'm going to need, including a silk touch pickaxe. We're going to silk touch all of the copper ore. I wish this mining trip could last forever, but it simply cannot. For the sake of today's experiment, we will be looping Levitating by Dua Lipa featuring DaBaby for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we're done. We'll come back up to the surface, take a look at how much raw copper ore I got, then we'll mine it and see what we would get, then we'll fortune it and see what we would also get. If I run out of supplies for whatever reason, I can flip into creative mode and grab it, like torches or maybe building blocks. Finally, I've set the game to peaceful mode so we don't need to worry about mobs. We can focus on mining. Okay, let's start the timer. Alexa, loop Levitating by Dua Lipa featuring DaBaby for 20 minutes. I actually don't have an Alexa, so it didn't work, which is a little bit of a bummer. It would have been cool. So instead, I'll just set a timer on my phone. 20 minutes, go. So, I found a cave system before this to prepare, so we have like a fair experience. I felt like it wouldn't be fair for me to start the timer before I'm even down in the cave system. If this cave system does end up running out for whatever reason, it's fine for me to stop the timer and then go find a new cave system. The goal here today is to find out how much copper I can find in 20 minutes, not how much I could struggle with dead-end caves or anything like that. So far, so good though. 5 pieces of copper, I feel like that's not bad. I also don't know if I should be like digging around the copper too, maybe just to see if there's more copper. By the way, this pickaxe has 3 enchantments, Unbreaking 3, Silk Touch, and Efficiency 5. I have to apologize for the performance. It's a little stuttery. The cave update data pack is really weird. The performance is just so bad, especially in this week. Like, it stutters and it lags, like, especially when I was mining out for raw ore veins. It was crazy. It was, like, really, really bad. And hey, 6 blocks right there. I think that was 6. That's, like, pretty good. But yeah, it's kind of, like, surprising. The snapshots before the update split were pretty smooth, and then they dropped the cave update data pack, and their performance is terrible. Like, it's just really bad. It was very painful to actually be in it. This is like the 3rd world that I made because the other worlds were just way too laggy, and my render distance is on like 8 chunks. For reference, usually I play between like 16 chunks and 20 something chunks. Yeah, so like 8 chunks is like really, really low for me, and it's just rough. It's really painful, and it's bad. Enough of that, however. So copper ore. Copper ore is going to basically generate anywhere in the world, but it's going to be more common higher up, I think, at least as of the latest cave update data pack thing. I'm pretty sure that's where copper generates, a little bit higher up. I think that means that for the most part, we're going to want to try and stay away from the deeper part of the caves. If we end up going in there, that's fine, but if we don't find any copper, then we'll just have to find like a new cave system or something like that, because copper probably isn't going to be all the way down at like -32. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. It's hiding up there. There's another chunk of copper up there, and I didn't even give myself a shovel too. Oh, there's even more back here too, actually. I was digging out the andesite and I found another chunk. Oh, this is a solid chunk right here. This is a big amount of copper. That's pretty sweet. Half a stack already? We can't be stopped. It's only been 3 minutes. All right, this might be a little bit of a problem here. The cave kind of goes up to the surface, but it also at the same time wraps around. And is there... Oh, there is more copper up there. Okay, awesome, awesome. I just can't get up. Okay, there it is. All for 1 block of copper? Really? 1 block? Oh, yes. Up on the surface too. Technically, I'm in a cave still, right? If I'm underneath the dirt on the surface, then I'm in a cave. Ideally, because copper is a building block, the more copper ore that we can find, the better. If we could find like 3 stacks or more, I will be insanely impressed and happy. I feel like if we find 3 stacks or more, that's like a pretty decent amount of copper for like a medium-sized build, maybe a small-sized build too. A large build though, probably no way. Like if I wanted to put a copper roof on my storage building, that wouldn't be enough. I would need way more. I definitely have to go on a bigger mining trip or find a vein. I'm actually pretty impressed with this cave so far. It is actually kind of working out for me. Not too much copper so far, but it's a good cave. All right, this is a dead end. Is this really? No, it's not. Okay, good. Please go somewhere. I think this is one of those noodle caves, like the new ones. Oh, it does cut off. Okay, yeah, that's the big problem with these caves. And the lag. Yeah, so look at that. That noodle cave right there, it completely cut off. More copper right there, which is amazing. But yeah, it completely cut off. And I just took a guess and mined out the end of the cave. And sure enough, it expands and it actually gets a little bit bigger in here too. The caves definitely need to get cut off less, and the lag definitely needs to stop too. I'm actually really sorry about this. This is probably really painful to watch. Another big chunk of copper was right here. That was definitely more than 8 blocks of copper, which is pretty sweet. I like the bigger sizes of this stuff. All right. Nope. Iron. Okay. But another noodle cave. Hopefully this doesn't end. Yep. Sure enough, dig out a couple blocks at the end of this thing, and it continues. It keeps going down this way. No copper in here yet, though. Aha, yes, finally, we're on to something big. I was hoping we would find a new gigantic big cave. Yes, this is perfect. Hopefully, I hope we can find copper inside of this thing. The weird thing is, though, in this gigantic big cave, you would think there would be, like, tons of copper ore veins exposed. Yeah, there's, like, nothing in here. Like, I mean, there's iron and stuff. There's other caves that cut off, which is good. That's definitely a lead. But no copper at all so far. Maybe we're almost too deep for copper now. Yeah, I almost want to say we might be too deep. There's like almost no copper down here at all, which is big disappointing for sure. Like not even on the ceiling. I'm not seeing any. I take it back. I found copper. There's 2 pieces of copper in here, which is, no, 3 pieces of copper. We've hit the gold mine. That's sweet. 3 more pieces? That's amazing. Bad news for copper. According to the timer right now, we are officially exactly halfway through this challenge. I have 10 minutes left to find, hopefully, like, I guess double the amount of copper that I have. If I could do that, that would be amazing. Oh, look, there's some on the ground too. Maybe we're not too deep for copper. Maybe I was just getting really unlucky. I feel like since copper is a building block, it should generate throughout the whole world pretty consistently, like even down in the deepest part of the world. I mean, it's a literal building block. It's like quartz. Like you don't use it for armor or anything like that. I'm not really a developer or anything, but I don't really see a problem with being able to find more of this stuff easily. Earlier, it was all about no copper. Now it's all about all copper. I've found so much copper within the past minute. There are just so many blotches of copper over here, which is crazy. It almost makes me think, have we maybe hit like a copper vein or something? But I'm not seeing any granite, so probably not. I guess it's just like a lot of copper in one spot. Makes me want to keep digging though, and just like checking all around this area, because there's seriously like so much copper in here. I dig out a random block, and then there's more copper, which is pretty crazy. Pretty sure I'm wasting my time now, though. If you're watching through all of these lag spikes, I salute you, gamers. I seriously salute you. It's painful. I know. I'm crying, too. Haha, Copper City, though, and Deep Slate Copper, too, which is going to be exactly the same as normal copper. It just looks a little bit different, which is fine. We still count it. But yeah, Deep Slate Copper. Another noodle cave that goes somewhere. I don't know if I should waste my time doing this. Probably not. Let's just go back out. Oh, water. You tricked me. Oh, there's a gigantic water pit in here. There's no way that I'm going through that. No way. Not at all. We're just gonna block that back off and go up here. Oh, wait. Up here, it's an aquifer. We can see actually down into the water, which is pretty cool. But I feel like going into the water is not very efficient. If we want to get as much copper as possible, we stay out of the water. When we go under the water, even with this good pickaxe, we're gonna mine slower because I don't have like a water helmet or any armor at all. I hope this goes somewhere. It looks like it dead ends. Maybe we could swim through to the other part of the cave. And look at that. We have officially passed 2 stacks of copper. Glow squid. Doing good. And a gigantic cavern. Yeah, I haven't been here before. This is perfect. For a copper cave system, this was literally the perfect cave. And I'm also pretty glad that we haven't hit a copper ore vein too, because that would really skew things. The ore veins are loaded with copper. We're trying to figure out what an average mining trip would look like a normal one. Not one where you find something that gives you like 20,000 copper. Okay, this aquifer is sweet. It's like really high up over here, which makes it easier for me to like look around at areas that I can reach for copper. I see iron over there. No copper yet though. I'm thinking maybe we jump down and go this way. All right, so I don't know if this really goes anywhere. Yeah, no, it does. Awesome, cool. Okay, so these caves are staying a little bit higher, which is definitely good for us because look at this, more copper. The higher, the better for sure. I definitely feel like when I was higher up in the caves, I was finding more copper. More cave over here, more coal, more copper. Oh, look it, there is more. So I just mined a chunk of copper and then I started digging out the blocks like all around it, kind of like what you do with diamonds. And I found more copper right next to it. So it seems like these blobs of copper are like disconnected or something. And when you find one, maybe you should like dig around it like a little bit. It seems pretty random though, because sometimes I do it and then I don't find anything, but then other times I do it and I find like another blob of copper right next to it. Like we'll try it again over here and see if we can find anything, dig out some of this random stuff. And yeah, it doesn't look like we're finding anything this time, but it's worth a shot, I guess. Okay, I just checked the copper copper amount, and I'm actually surprised. We're actually doing like really good right now in terms of a total, like, or at least I think it's really good. Okay, 3 minutes left now. I had to backtrack because I finished that part of the cave. How did I miss this copper over here? I completely missed it, and it's with the granite. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And here we are in the last minute of our run here. A little bit more copper. I finally made it back over to part of the cave that I haven't been in quite yet, which is cool. I don't know if this is really going to go anywhere. Hopefully it does. Maybe it does. I'm not too sure. That's looking pretty rough. I don't think this goes anywhere. I'm pretty sure that's a dead end, actually. And here we are, 20 minutes finished. I was trying to get over to this cave over there to go see what's over there, but 20 minutes. Time to go back to the surface. So, 20 minutes of copper mining down in the mines, and you get this much copper right here. That's going to be 3 stacks of copper and 9 more total. Not bad, not bad. Could be better, but not bad. I'm very curious to see how much we're going to get when we fortune this stuff. If you're curious, everything else that I got is down here in the corner of my inventory. 3 stacks of stone, some other random blocks, not the wood, not the coal. I passed every other ore up. Keep in mind that that was only one test. You could get more, you could get less. It just depends on your cave. For this next part, we're going to mine ore. In one chest, I have all of the ore lined up, 3 stacks, 9 more, and then an efficiency 5 pickaxe. In the other chest, same amount of ore, but this time, efficiency 5 and fortune 3. In survival Minecraft, I'm going to take all of these ores, place them on the ground, and then mine them out with each pickaxe to figure out how much copper I could potentially get. Now remember, there's a range to this stuff here, which means that the amount that I end up with isn't necessarily going to be the amount every single time. With Fortune 3, if I get like insanely lucky, like I did in the snapshot video, and get like 12 ore every single time, I'm going to get an absurd amount of copper. If I get really unlucky every time and then just get 2 copper every single time, like I will with this one, or I guess I should say like I usually will with this one, with a normal pickaxe, we could get 2 to 3 copper. With a Fortune 3 one, we can get like way more. Basically, what I'm saying here is the final totals are going to vary a little bit. So we're going to start with the normal pickaxe, no Fortune 3. If you think about it, no matter what, with a normal pickaxe, we are going to at least double the amount of copper that we have. At the minimum, we'll get 2 pieces of raw copper from a single copper ore block every single time with this plain pickaxe. If we're lucky, we get 3. With my normal pickaxe, picking up every single piece of raw copper, this is what we get right here. About 8 stacks of raw copper. If we smelted that up into ingots, we would have the exact same amount of ingots because that's how that works. So now we're looking at this. This is all the raw copper. This is all of the ingots. Pretend I smelted all of those up. Now, let's find out the big one. How many blocks of copper will all of these ingots turn into? 56? Not even a stack? Not even a stack? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not good. Well, all that I can say is hopefully Miss Lipa will be able to actually up that number a lot because that is really bad. 20 minutes and I don't even get a stack. Oh boy, Fortune 3, come on, come on. Step it up right here. Please. I haven't looked yet. Fortune 3, please be more. Please be more. Please be more. Oh, you're more for sure. Easily. That many stacks now. We have 9 more and then 8 more right there. That's going to bring our total up to 17 stacks. Well, actually more like 16 stacks and 21 more of raw copper. That's more like it. All right, so 1-to-1 ratio. Take all of the copper, smelt it up, and you would have this many ingots. Go over to the crafting table, craft it up, and you have over a stack easily of copper. 2 stacks almost of copper. That is way, way better. Definitely need to use fortune on this stuff for sure. That is so much better. Almost worth my time. So it looks like if you have Fortune 3 and at least a decent cave system, getting a decent amount of copper might not be the hardest thing in the world. However, if you think about large-scale builds, copper at this rate, definitely not going to work. Like if I wanted to build a gigantic copper temple, massive copper statue even, you might need to grind a little bit more for something like that. So there you go, 20 minutes of copper mining with Fortune 3, and you could end up with about 2 stacks of copper. That's only one test, though. I guess to get a more accurate result, you'd run this test again and again and again and average the results. That's going to do it for today, though. What do you think? Should copper be more common, less common, stay exactly the same? Let me know down below. Remember to like and subscribe. Huge thank you to my patrons Cat0808 and Lord Zenera today. Links are in the description, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Check them out. Until next time, it's been me, your boy. I'll see you next time.